research on the fluffy slime factor. We have tested a ton of recipes, and trust me, this is the ultimate fluffy slime recipe. This is going to be epic. Also, when I was in the hospital, they had this playroom, and I loved to go down there all the time. And you guessed it, my favorite thing to do there was make slime. So without further ado, we're just going to show you the ingredients that you need. So the first thing is obviously school glue. We're just using this half-gallon. And then we're using contact solution as an activator. So if you do use contact glue solution, you also need baking soda. Then shaving cream, baby oil, baby powder, and lotion. And that's it. I know that there's a lot of recipes that say you need foaming hand soap, but there's really only a certain kind that you get, and it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, so we figured, baby oil is actually a really good substitute for that. Not really sure why, but it came out as the same texture. So the first thing you want to do, here,
Let me roll my sleeves up.
So, and then, an airtight container, which we both have. So the first thing you want to do is put a reasonable sized amount of glue in your bowl or container.
However much slime that you want to have,
do half the
amount of glue. So we could only find one bowl, so Harper's just using
my container. But it's good because I have two, so.
Okay, that's enough, Charlotte.
Okay. And so then, I actually find it's easier to put baking soda in as way before you do the contact lens solution. Not really sure why, but it just works best. So you want to put a good sized pinch in there. That's probably not enough. I'm gonna put a little more.
Not only that, guys, be prepared when you're making fluffy slime. It will get messy. It just will. You can have a bunch of never make fluffy slime or any slime really on like a nice tablecloth or a table that you don't.
Okay, you don't go on and on. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is, you don't need a ton of it because she's done this before, and what happens is it just turns into this big gloopy mess, and it's like not even slime. So then put, I guess, as much as you want shaving cream, but just don't go.
Well, not as much as you want, but I would say, however much glue you put, do like 1/4 of that in shaving cream. It's like that much, I'd say, for the amount of glue I put in. It might take a second to mix, but you'll know when it's mixed. It has this really cool texture to it.
So the reason why you only did half the amount of glue that you want slime is because even when I just put the shaving cream in, it's like it doubled its size, so that's really cool.
I don't know.
And so the next thing I'm doing is is yours already open? Dang it, there we go. So the next thing I'm doing is putting my baby oil in, which is possible to open. Wait. It's taking too long. There we go. You don't want to put too much, or else it'll make your slime greasy. So I put
really, really gross.
I put roughly maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then mix that up, and it really gives this nice glossy look to it, which is cool.
And it gives it the same texture as foaming hand soap, except for a lot of foaming hand soaps, it's only the one kind, because the other kinds will make your slime melt or overactivate.
And so this is what mine looks like so far. It looks like super awesome.
So it looks like
the next thing I'm doing is putting my baby powder in. So the baby powder will make your slime thicker, and it'll hold its shape better. And again, don't go too crazy, because then that's a whole different type of slime. So I'm putting, so I only did a little bit. Frankly, this is the messiest part.
Oh my gosh, the thicker you want your fluffy slime to be, the more of the powder you should put in. But if you put in just the right amount for fluffy slime and not really super thick fluffy slime, it'll make it gives it a very
nice texture.
Yeah, it gives it a really fluffy texture, I guess.
And remember, after you make your it's getting messy on the table. Remember, after you make your slime, if you decide you want to put more of something, you can always do that. Just mix it into the slime after, which is why the measurements don't have to be exact when you're doing this.
Chip.
So then, if you put baby powder in, there might be a few lumps, but that's fine. You can knead that in after. So now Charlotte's still doing the baby powder, but I'm now gonna put some lotion in. I preferably like to put a lot of lotion in. I know that Charlotte doesn't really like to do as much. So if you want like a thinner slime, then put more lotion.
As for fluffy slime though, I would do less because fluffy slime is normally kind of thick. So about 5 to 10 squirts of lotion if you want a really good fluffy slime, I'd say, and that makes it more stretchy.
So now I'm just adding my contact lens solution. It is really important to knead your slime after you add a little bit of contact
Like
solution.
that much contact solution and then you knead, because you should do this with all slimes, but especially fluffy slime,
It'll activate.
It
faster.
just activates more easily. I'm not really sure what the reasoning behind this is, but
See, like that much, and it's already like almost piercing.
yep. So just a little tiny bit, and that's it.
So now we're just kneading our slime, and we'll show you when we're done.
I'm gonna add a tiny bit more baby.
Oh my God, Charlie, you're adding too much.
I like my fluffy slime real thick. Wanna touch it?
Oh my God, Charlie.
It's better when it's activated. Don't add more egg. And she adds more. Ooh, that smells so good though.
It does because of the baby powder. This is fun. This is my favorite part of making slime.
It is? This is my least favorite part.
What? What's your favorite part of making slime?
When you have slime. When the slime is made. I think I have to add more shaving cream because
No.
it's not fluffalicious.
Yes.
Why? Oh! Yeah, I feel like I made way too much slime. Or you just made way too little slime.
You made way too much. Because I made enough to fit in the container.
Wanna touch it? So guys, after a lot of kneading, you will get this sort of texture where it's still a little sticky, but as you can see, it is very, very fluffy. Again, fluffy slime, I only added a tiny bit of activator, really, really small bit of activator. For some reason, the shaving cream just makes it activate more easily. I wonder why that is. But that, I think, concludes our video for today of how to make fluffy slime.
Oh, and really quick, before we go, if you add too much activator and it's like it doesn't stretch as easily, you can just add more lotion, that'll help. But if you turn it into a rock,
If you turn it into a rock, you can add hair gel
or hot water.
or hot water or glycerin. Those are just some things that you can try.
But I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube that will help you with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.